right club. Be the right club today.
Johnny, that's better than most.
How about in?
That is better than most. Better than most.
Expect anything different?
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the No Laying Up live show presented by Titleist. Soly here. We are going to recap an exciting, fun, somewhat thrilling day of golf of day 2 of the 2026 Players Championship. Fresh off an epic showing last night. It was just walked around with a different aura today with how right he was about his pronunciations last night. Mr. Neil Schuster. Hello, Neil. How are you?
Good being with you, pulling some magic tricks like that, like my guy O's. Soly, I'd say the golf today better than most, but we have the big man here, my strap brethren. Randy, I just want to know, are you going to apologize to the DFS community for your pre-tournament picks? I think that's why everyone's tuning in. We got about 1,100 people waiting to hear what you have to say. What say you, big man?
Yeah, I will apologize, Neil. Thank you for giving me this opportunity, this platform. To everybody who is tailing my picks, I know there are legion. I get messages. You wouldn't believe my inbox every day. Dozens, hundreds, thousands of messages. Who we like this week? We tipped little boy Colin. Okay, it just
bought high again. I hate to see a friend do this. He continues to get in.
Not only buy high, Neil. Maybe at the top. Yeah, we may have bought in at the very top. And then that news broke Thursday, and I was like, man, that's a tough one. That sucks, Colin. I'm like, oh, let me check how my guy Ryan Fox is doing. And I went through the leaderboard. I'm like, that's weird. I don't see his name. And he wasn't even like, a WD. I'm like, he was in the I didn't pull a TC here with Horschel, did I? And so I Googled him. Well, it turns out my guy had kidney stones and had to officially withdraw before he even teed off. He's in a hospital bed. So
getting the Hugh Freeze thumbs up. We were saying we need to roll him into the balcony at the global home so he can watch from across the street.
It's kind of like who's the football coach? Hugh Freeze.
Hugh Freeze. Yeah, exactly. Get him up there in the hospital bed.
I feel like I need to be in a hospital bed up there after this week. So anyway, very sorry. Yeah.
I feel like I'm in a similar spot because TC picked Ludvig to win and I picked Xander not to win, and I'm not sure which one I'd rather have hit. I think I'd rather just have the not to win one hit rather than TC, even though I would clearly root for
because what does that matter? So I mean,
yeah, you've lost like 8 of those.
Yeah.
Our show is presented by Titleist, the overwhelmingly number 1 golf ball and most played driver, iron, and wedge at the Players Championship. And thanks to our friends at Titleist, we're getting straight to the content, commercial free, until Cody says we're allowed to run commercials. All right, we'll be making no money tonight until Cody allows.
Can't put a time on that. We'll get to the next ad when we get there.
We got to make people laugh. We got to be entertaining. Then he's going to let us run some ads. So Neil, where do you want to start?
Oh man, I mean, like I said, the golf better, almost too good today. Like not a lot of controversy. We have to start with Ludvig though. I mean, prime time afternoon viewing, 9 under 63, gaining. Soly, I know you love this. Over 9 shots on the field.
Data boy.
I would say one of the most complete rounds of golf I've ever watched start to finish. I don't think that's hyperbolic. He had one little sneeze on 15 where he kind of flubbed the chip, but he chipped in twice. Let's see, what did he start? 5 under through the first 4 holes with a chip in on the 4th hole as well. Chipped in on 9. He was 6 under on the par 5s, gentlemen. And it just, with Ludvig, it looks so easy. It looks like video game mode. Like he's just taking the golden tee back and just zipping it forward. Soly, I don't know. You were out there today. I know you were kind of having a little date with Hannah, but did you run into Ludvig at all? Did you see anything live with him?
We didn't. We were kind of ahead of that group, and it was kind of one of those weird days because the cell phone service was awful out there. Like it was overcrowded. Wi-Fi was not working. Like it was like kind of like a master's day of you're kind of out there on your own, kind of trying to figure out what's going on. There was a literal buzz coming from the front of the golf course. Like word was passing throughout the crowd as to what was going on up there. Ludvig, he's 4 under through 3. Oh, that was Ludvig again. He's 5 under through 4. And I was kind of standing behind 7 green as that happened. And like there was a crowd forming around 7 green as this run was happening, because the crowd was really that big and that active out there today. But if Wednesday was the day that we did the thing on Wednesday, like this is the day Rolap became president. Like Friday was kind of the day Ludvig announced himself officially to the wider golf world. To your point, this was in prime time on Friday afternoon and making that big of a statement. I know he's won a signature event. I know he's accomplished a lot of things. He's done well-ish in Ryder Cups, but like this was the most significant, probably, right, TV moment that Ludvig has had so far. Is that fair to say?
It's a Friday
run.
Well, Randy, you go ahead. What's your take there?
Well, to Soly's question, I feel like maybe from the Masters 2 years ago when he was in contention there, I would maybe put up. But yeah, huge day for Ludvig. I'm with you. What we saw out of him today is what makes him so enticing and why he gets picked so often, I think, between us to win big events. I mean, when he's on, it just looks so effortless and so easy. Neil, to your point, the golden tee analogy is a great one. I know he had the bogey on 15 and he missed a couple fairways, but just never really looked out of his comfort zone at all. And have you guys ever started around 3-3, 2-3? I mean, I would shit my pants if I start my first 4 holes of the day like that. But he kept it together. I think the flip side of this discussion then is what a day this is for Ludvig, and also that it's Friday afternoon. And now it makes me so curious to see what we're going to get from this weekend, to see how he follows up not only tomorrow, but now playing with the lead and around this course specifically. It's going to be very, very enjoyable viewing this weekend, I think.
A couple other stats, 29 on the front. I believe only 2 other people have done that. First guy, or since he 5 under through 4 holes. What's this guy's name? Derek
Fathauer.
Thank you. I just hands up.
You go there.
I know. I couldn't get it. Justin Ray had a tweet, or whenever I feel like something historic's happening, I just go check out Justin. I'm like, Justin, you got something for me? Sure enough, I looked up Fathauer. He's got his Instagram handle is D Longballs. So there's that. With
an S or a Z?
I think with an S. Okay. But you can go check. You can go fact check me on that one too. But just, I mean, some kind of historic stuff going on with Ludvig today. Like I said, only bogey on 15. But I think the impressive part, he's one of the fastest players on tour, and he's playing in a twosome because Randy's boy Colin left him out to dry.
I'm sorry.
A lot, along with the DFS community. Colin,
sorry.
Make basically icing the guy. They had a stat up on the broadcast after he finished 10. He waited just about 15 minutes to hit his tee shot on 11. And then just goes on to pipe it right down the middle. And they showed a really good slow-mo of just like him hitting the ball square, like just the best driver contact you've ever seen. And the ball, like this stat, like I remember I did a video with Ludvig a couple years ago, and I was like, hey, which way do you like to work the ball? He's like, straight. I was like, really? He's like, no, I just try to hit it straight. I'm like, who does that? I mean, the guy's like, he's like a cyborg. It's unbelievable. So we kind of got the full, Ludvig experience today. And I think we've all been waiting for that a little bit. So it did feel like a statement, Soly, to your point.
I mean, it was not very long ago. I was trying not to sound the alarm on Ludvig, but I think I said something along the lines of like, I'm not 0% worried about Ludvig. Like, he didn't have a great West Coast again. And it just was, not really trending in the right direction. But then you watch, like, we get on a heater like today, it was like, even on a golf course like TPC Sawgrass, where trouble looms at every turn, you don't know, in theory, you don't know what's going to happen. It never, like, when he gets to 17T, I was like, oh, I literally can't imagine a world where he hits this ball in the water. Like, he's not going to miss big right now. And even 18T was like, I cannot imagine a world where this gets into massive amounts of trouble. Now, that's because today went well. We've also seen in this tournament many times where guys have a cruisy couple of days, and you get to Saturday and you get one thing goes wrong and then 8 things go wrong. And it is still a golf course. I said this last night too, is like, this is a long ass tournament, and there's we're technically halfway through it, but like from a drama standpoint, I don't think we're even close to halfway through this actual golf tournament.
I agree with that, but I would say his interview with Todd Lewis after both rounds was almost identical. Like, Ludvig, how'd you play out there? It's like, I just got off to an awesome start. Like, I hit it great. It was kind of like a carbon copy of yesterday with some better putting and a couple chip ins. And so that, to me, back to our Sahith conversation yesterday, which we'll get there, Soly. It feels a little more sustainable, where you're like, oh, that kind of looked like yesterday. It's just like 5 more under par. It felt very normal. So it's impressive. I want to flip to Xander, though. Morning wave. Xander goes out as the pace car a little bit. Kind of a surprise. I mean, no one's been talking about Xander. Second in total strokes gained, 7.2 on the field. Just killed it off the tee, hit 14 of 14 fairways, gained 3.15 strokes off the tee. Teed off on 10, birdie 11, almost holed out from 171 on 14 with a 9-iron. Kind of like ran one up as it looked like it was downwind. Then birdies 15, 16, 1, 4. It makes 37-footer on 8, which that's an impressive birdie on 8, which was his 17th hole. And then taps in for birdie on 9 after almost chipping in, which is kind of where he got picked up in the coverage. And it was almost like, oh, okay. Just a comfy round for Xander to kind of set the pace at the top of the leaderboard. And that held up pretty well over the course of the day. So I don't know, Randy, did you get to watch any of Xander today?
I saw him finish, so I didn't see a ton of his round. But just nice to see him back and in this position, I think. I was telling you guys right before we came on, and I'll tell the audience now, like, when I look at this leaderboard, I think it's really interesting without a Scotty or without a Rory. You do have a guy like Xander who has proven himself, but his recent form, we're kind of looking for him to reestablish himself. And same with a guy, I would say, like Justin Thomas, who we'll talk about here in a second. But otherwise, it's a lot of guys right now who, like, this would be players would be like the breakthrough win of their career, right? And so I think it's a great leaderboard. And I guess I say all that with Xander, and that he's the one guy where, like, if he's on, man, we've seen him put the pedal down and blow fields away, and like he can absolutely close this tournament. So it's fun to see him there. I think his presence, it's the same question we're going to ask for everybody. It's obviously 36 holes to go. And as Soly said, the drama and the pressure on Saturday and certainly Sunday is a far cry from what it's been thus far. So, I guess that's just a long-winded way, Neil, of saying, like, Xander, great round. And I love having him back and seemingly playing well. I think that's a good thing week to week and for the overall health of the tour and just like an enjoyment perspective for these leaderboards.
God, are you throwing Scotty aside and Xander becoming your favorite player there? Randy?
No. We're gonna get to Scotty. Okay. I'm just trying to say nice things about Xander. I'm
Soly, curious if were you able to check Xander's app? Any updates over there?
I'm maybe there was some updates on the app that I missed this week, because again, he was my pick not to win, and I was relatively dismissive, if not outright disrespectful about his chances to win this week. Just came across my desk that he finished T2 here 2 years ago to Scotty in 2024, which I think I did know that. I just had not committed that one to memory, and that one slipped by my desk. It just didn't feel like Xander was that close. It didn't feel like he was that much of a factor. And now, Randy, I'm sitting here, and I'm kind of this is a fun, as far away as we are from Sunday night, a fun little game to like look at some names on the leaderboard and be like, oh, what would that mean for so-and-so's career? Yeah. Like 2 majors and a players all of a sudden becomes like, whew, all right. I mean, that's caught right up with JT very, very quickly. And JT had a 3-0 lead in that category as of 2022 when that happened. Ludvig, it's like, oh, okay, a stepping stone to being a major.
Bit of an Adam Scott play of like he's arrived, right?
Yes,
with Ludvig. That's what I would equate his win here to be.
Yeah, he's not quite emerged as like a major contender or somebody that you say like, how has that guy not won a major yet? But this that's an appropriate stepping stone. Cameron Young, somewhat the same. Just been on an absolute torrid run of golf since last August after we all kind of forgot about him for a little while and has extremely good major championship
my pick this week.
Finishes.
Excuse me. Sorry. Just wanted to get that one in there.
I forgot you picked that one. That's right.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
That's right.
Got some noogies on that this week. No, Soly, I'm with you 100% straight down the leaderboard. Corey Connors, I'd even throw him in. Like, he's been rushing the I want to be a dude fraternity for years. A win here would be,
shake him.
you know, he's just he's a ball
showing
striker.
up at the social.
Showing up. They won't let him in the fraternity. He's not a dude, but like a win here, and it's like, man, you know, respect.
I'm trying a little too hard. It's like, come on, man.
I think he was second or third in approach. Let's see. Yeah, second.
Zero
in
top 20s this year. Zero top 20s for Corey Connors. So
I'm just saying long term, over time. Every year he shows up to the spring mixer. You know, he's like, hey guys, come on, I'd like to. I'm cool, right? It's like, nah, maybe not. But he
rush next year. Just come back next year. You know, you could be kind of the upperclassman rushing.
But JT, same thing. Like 2-time players winner. Like that's, I mean, coming off of back surgery. Like I thought JT's round. I'd like to go there next. Like I thought he was so patient today with it. You know, sometimes he feels like JT can force it. This is just my perspective on it, and can get into a little bit of hero ball, a little heliocentric, Randy, to use a basketball term. You know, it's like hey, come on. That's a little too much one-on-one game for me, JT. Would like to see you know, move the rock a little bit. But he had a great up and down. I felt like he paced himself on the front 9, great up and down on 10, and then chips in. I mean, one of the best chips I've seen in recent memory on 11. And I would shout out the broadcast. They set this chip up, and they also set up Ludvig's chip when he chipped in on 9 from that funky pot bunker in front of 9 green. They spent like 30 seconds being just kind of talking through JT specifically. Like, man, like Raj was great. He's like, this is a downhill lie. He's got to get this into the hill. If he skips it too hard, it could go, you know, across the green. And they just kind of built the, I don't know, the stakes of how hard that chip was. Great view from behind. And then he just dunks it. And it was like in the amphitheater, that hole looks incredible when they, you know, bust out the drone. That was just kind of a moment today. And I felt like it to me, it felt like JT's kind of back, which it felt that also felt sustainable to me.
That moment kind of like bounced around this afternoon because it was like, oh, Koepka time. Here we go. All right, Scotty's doing a little something over here. Now Ludvig's over here. Fleetwood, eagle on 16. It was kind of like, hey, are we bouncing between some names right now? And to your point, Neil, on the setting up the JT shot, that's one thing, again, just obvious, but from being in person is like, those stakes are on that's the whole deal with TPC Sawgrass is there's consequence and stakes to everything. You bail out left of 11 to any pin, you're going to have a hard time, especially to that way back left one that they had today up on that ridge, up on that tier. I spent some time on the second hole today, which had like just a pretty benign looking front left pin. And you look at it and everywhere on the surrounds, I'm like looking for the bailout spot. Like, where are you supposed to hit this to be able to get up and down? And I watched Shane Lowry bail it out right. I watched, I think Ricky hit it over there on the right as well. And that looked like the safe spot. And they were in horrific spots because you end up on a downslope in thick rough, landing it on a downslope. But if you would have missed left, like where Sahith missed it, there's all, you know, you're chipping over a pot bunker off a downslope out of thick rough, you know, to a short-sided pin. It's just, it has to be so exhausting playing all of these humps, bumps, contours, and challenges with getting zero relief off of missing fairways. Like, you're going to pay for missing every single fairway on this golf course. That's what I'm saying. Is like it made Ludvig's round that much more impressive just with how clean it was, other than the hiccup on 15, because these traps are just fucking everywhere. They're everywhere. You threw a little prompt at me of like, you know, hardest hole location or that you saw out there. I was like, dude, I think it's like there's a tie for first with like 6 of them because of how, you know, just up close and personal, seeing the grain change around a lot of these hole locations and how guys are able to control their spin on all these shots. It's just such an awesome test of golf.
I would throw a little love towards number 2. I feel like one's such a handshake. If you hit the fairway, it feels pretty like Ludvig just throws a dart in there. Like, okay, we're off and running. That tee shot on 2 though, like just demanding, like, can you work the ball right to left? And it feels like such a good litmus test of like what kind of day you're going to have. I almost remember watching Min Woo Lee I don't know if that was last year, the year before, where you're just like, oh God, two is just kind of like, all right, man, here we go. This is the true start of the round. Two is awesome. It's a great hole.
I didn't see the tee shot that Spieth hit, but I got to two. We went there to see Jordan, and we look up there and I'm like, what? There's a blue. That's the AT&T blue bag, and he's like on the forward tee box up there. What is that? There's like a murmur among the crowd, like. What I assumed he hit. I later found out. Cody told me he hooked it and hit the tree. But the crowd thought he topped it. Like, oh yeah, he must have topped it. He didn't reach the fairway from back there. Lays it up to 183 yards and then makes the putt, bomb putt, probably a 45 footer from the front of the green for his 5th birdie in a row. I think at that point, that was the most electric moment I saw all day.
So Spieth, he shot 68, doubled 18, which is very very fun. Had a great post round where somebody asked him like, oh, later tonight, will you be able to remember the good from this round? And he's like, absolutely not, man. Like this.
Have you ever played golf?
Have you ever played golf? It was such a good quote from him, but he did execute a TC, 5 birdies in a row, 16. He started on 10. So he birdied 16 through number 2, missed a 5-footer on for 6 in a row, and then birdied 4. So he could have had 7 in a row if he makes that 5-footer. Classic, kind of a classic Spieth day to double the last hole though.
It was 9. His 18th was 9, not 18.
9. Excuse me. Yeah, but last hole of the day.
A par 5 is especially painful.
That's. I mean, what do you think, Randy? I've just been hearing murmurs just everywhere that Jordy's close. Do you feel that way, Mr.
Well,
is he close?
I want him to be close. Believe me, I've been begging. I've been asking for the last few years. I feel like
for years.
I don't trust it because of stuff like 9 today. I don't know what's gonna get me. Like he's gonna have to do it for 4 days. Like I truly think at this point it's just you got to show me 4 days. You got to go win something. It's the only way I'm gonna believe he's back. Otherwise, there's just always the disaster lurking with him, and it's thrilling and it's frustrating. It's exhilarating sometimes, but I'm not bought in yet.
I mean,
I'm keeping my guard up.
He might be propping up X the everything app, at least from a golf standpoint. I mean, he's just a content machine. Like Dylan DeChair had a good one. Was like, anytime you see a golfer behind a tree and you can't see him, it's always Jordan Spieth. You know what I mean? Or like like he's in a crowd of people. They're all searching for his ball. It's just it truly is electric.
I think I've made this comparison before, but like he's the feeling I would get watching Mickelson, like the closest I felt to that is with Jordan Spieth, and not just like this, like really kind of throughout his career, or at least starting with the disaster at number 12 at Augusta, however many years ago. Since then, it's like, oh yeah, no, bad things can happen. Like you do not know
that was Pandora's box. We opened it right in that moment. It was like, oh no, I don't like this anymore. I don't like this.
But we got to get him winning. We got to get him back. We got to get him winning. We got to get back to the high highs. Like I really want that, Neil. But I feel like maybe I'm jaded. I'm keeping my guard up there.
I know it's a bit of we used to make stuff in this country. It's like, I don't know, man. Are we going to reshore? Are we going to reshore Spieth? I don't know.
How many career PGA Tour wins for Jordan Spieth? Does he have
right now?
Yeah. What does he have? Yeah.
I think it's like 13.
Neil,
I just
stay hot.
Is that right?
Stay hot. Yeah,
I thought it was in the 12-13 range. Is that right?
You're exactly right. Do you remember the last tournament he won?
Ooh, that's a good question.
Was it?
You're gonna get it, I bet.
I'm thinking with a V, like Valspar or Valero.
Ooh, that's the second to last one that he won. So you're
which one was it? Valero.
Valero 2021. Yeah.
What was it?
It was.
Oh, was it Harbortown?
It was Harbortown, Easter Sunday, 2022. Yeah, you're exactly
that's
right.
Yeah.
2022. That's right.
4 years. Yeah,
man.
that's
God, 4 years. I mean, just about 4 years now since he's won a tournament.
It's crazy.
I might need Spieth to go. Can he go play like a member guest or something? Like, can we get him some G League wins or something, Randy? Just to get the feeling back of like,
That's a good question. Like when he's just out at home screwing around, like is he going out? Does he have like the 59 in him at home?
Dubs in a money match back in Texas. I need him to get the mojo back a little bit. 4 years is a long time. I hate that, Soly.
Not only that, he's got 2 wins in the last 3,155 days since he won the Open Championship in 2017 at Birkdale.
Jesus.
I still believe. Don't get me wrong. But he has the same gas pedal, like the same hot runs in him. He just has way more retreat. Like he just always finds a way to back up, even on his best. He doubles the last hole each of the last 2 days, and that's why we love him. I mean,
relatable.
The Xander round didn't make me feel anything today, but the Spieth round made me feel something today. That's the reason why.
What about the Ludvig round? Did that make you feel something?
It did. It did, because it just looked like a freaking superhero out there of like that. As much golf as I've watched all of this week, just watching somebody be so excellent at it in such a like commanding way, and watching how many mistakes I've seen on all of these shots and all these holes, like just somebody to separate like that did make me feel a little something. And Ludvig's like quite an easy guy to root for, and just like one of the most normal people I feel like out of any tour pro.
So interestingly, I was just looking real quick on Ludvig. The last person to win the Players leading at 36 holes. Do you guys know?
Wasn't not recently. I mean, and JT had did he have a big Friday where he shot like 63, I think?
Saturday.
Yeah.
Rory in 2019 had so not that it can't be done, but we've seen people go out and post numbers through 36 holes the last several years. That I guess that's why I'm like so fascinated with Ludvig is how do you follow a 63? You know, I'm like weird. Soly, you're gonna make fun of me. I might as well just ask you this question. I equate it to the old school baseball adage. Guys like Dusty Baker would talk about, like when you clog the bases, or like the how home runs can be a rally killer almost.
Oh yeah, that's
like I almost think there's this weird thing like you don't want to go too low on Thursday or Friday.
Don't want to birdie the first.
I don't know. I feel like it's just so hard on a difficult golf course, especially to follow that up the next couple of days. So I don't know.
It's
like
just
that,
so.
It might have been a rally killing 63 for Ludvig today. Is what I'm saying.
That's the headline of the show.
He would have been better off shooting
the title of the show.
Yeah.
It is always hard for whatever reason to post that 63 when you have an afternoon tee time on the weekend. I mean, it just golf courses tend to get harder throughout the day on the weekends, especially when they're really trying to push them, and the attention's different. The television cameras are there. The pace is probably a little bit slower there on the back end. The crowds are there. The buzz is there. You can't sneak up on it and kind of just, it's impossible also to not like look over, see your name on the leaderboard, know you're in the mix. Like, you can play on Friday afternoon and just try to make as many birdies as possible. And on the weekend, you're playing to win, and it is very different. So horrible analogy, Big, with the base clogger stuff and the home runs.
Base clogger, not as much, but maybe the rally killing home run is what I
see what you're going for. It's like scoring 14 runs in a game and winning by a lot, and then like going and playing the next day, and you'd be like, oh, we used them all up. Like we had no chance here. That's I think closer to it.
Just working down the leaderboard, Sepp Straka, the Oaks. I mean, solid days in 6, shoots 70. He kind of had it going early on the front 9 and then cooled off. Lee Hodges sticking around. He's at 6 under. Jacob Bridgman 68 today, so he climbed. Bridgman also another guy that's kind of rushing the fraternity of dudes. He's knocking on the door saying, guys, like I'm thinking
got some allies in the frat. I think he's building some. He building some relationships
back for a second night.
100%. Mav kind of stuck in neutral, shoots 71, but he's T7. Smotherman continues to play pretty good, even par today, but he's T10. Thor Bjornsson, 65, impressive there. And then Tommy had the most. Tommy's at T10, shot 70 today. It was the most elegant, non-competitive round from Tommy. I mean, just vintage Tommy stuff. Eagle 16 to just stay in the mix. It's going to be such a glorious top 10. an uncompetitive top 10. But I don't know, any of those names doing anything for you guys?
I did see a fair amount of Thor Bjornsson today. He was playing with Max. So, I don't know what to like. I want to say like he has phenom potential. We haven't seen much of it on a week-to-week basis, but like his good is very, very, very good. And that's kind of obvious, but yeah, I follow him week to week, and I've just got my eye on him of trying to see if he's about to make a leap of some kind. And I was just very impressed by a 7 under par round today. And I can't make my mind up on him. I really can't. I think he could be a almost like a post type sleeper. It feels like we've heard that name since he was, I think it was the Travelers where he top 5, I think, as an amateur or whatever that was. And it hasn't really, the success hasn't immediately followed from there. And we've a little bit forgot about him. Obviously he had a great run and almost won Waste Management just a few weeks ago, but hasn't done great since then. And I don't know what to make of it other than this could be a bust out moment for him this weekend as well.
That's what I was going to say. That whole group until you got to Tommy. And I mean, for being honest, like PGA Tour wins wise, you can include Tommy. But like that whole group, like a win this week would be like by far either a coming out win, the biggest win of their career to date. It's a very interesting group of guys to see kind of who can put their foot on the gas this weekend and really make a run.
It could be, as DJ said last night, referencing Oaks, like player winners of yore, where it's like, yeah, sometimes you do get a Fred Funk, like no offense to Lee Hodges, but hey, I mean, I don't know, man. Yeah. There seems like there's some faster horses, and then you work down a little bit farther. Brian Harmon, 64, LBH, always doing stuff out of nowhere. God, I just can't get over how big his putter is. It blows me away every time.
Compared to him, though,
I know that's why it's massive. And then Russ, tough finish for Russ. I'm firmly in the Russ is a dog camp. He's a dude.
He's a dog. I was pushing back that he's not a dude, but he's a dog.
I think he is a dude, but he doubled 18 after.
You guys are already ruining the dude thing. The dude thing, it is just something you don't throw around flippantly. Okay.
I think you're right, Soly. We probably have too many. The fraternity's small. It's more of a secret society of dudes, maybe like the Skulls or something. But I felt like Russ was just quietly climbing the leaderboard on the back 9 today, and then wrecked his rig on 18. So that was tough. Victor's 70 today. He's doing some stuff. Fitzpatrick played pretty well, but I don't want to go down the leaderboard TC style. What about Max? Soly, you said he kind of had another volatile high frequency day. What'd you see out there?
I went to go check his score after the round. I was like, I have no idea. I get into the app. I don't know. Like, am I supposed to go up or down? I don't know which way I'm supposed to go with this. By my total so far this week, he has 2 eagles, 10 birdies, 13 pars, 9 bogeys, and 2 doubles so far. So yeah, 13 pars total in 36 holes. He started on the first hole today, made eagle on the second hole. Then bogeyed 4, birdied 5, bogeyed 7, birdied 9, birdied 10, bogeyed 11, bogeyed 12, bogeyed 13, birdied 14, bogeyed 15. So of those 13 pars, like 3, he finished the day with 3 pars on 16, 17, and 18. Like he's just all over the place. But the good is good. I mean, he's he's making a ton of birdies out there. But Max has quietly played a lot better golf in the last few weeks and months. I got dinner with him on Tuesday, and he seems to be in a very good headspace and seems to have. I don't think he's blown smoke up my ass just talking about like what he's working on, where things kind of fell apart for him, and exactly how he got back on track. He seems to have he seems to have it his commitment towards what he's working towards, and that it is the right path. And I think that's like more than half the battle when you're trying to get your way out of a slump of some kind and wondering what's going wrong. You're not showing up to the golf course wondering how you solve it. It's just kind of one more day of reps and keep building on it. And I'm absolutely 1000% still a believer.
Yeah.
Couple things to note on Max. Love seeing the feet of putts made today. Nearly 124 feet. Good for 5th on the day.
Anytime we're in triple digits, Randy, I know that you have an alert on your phone for that within the PGA Tour app. Anyone going over
It just, let me take this opportunity to reiterate, thank you to the PGA Tour for making this a stat that I can track as easy as I can. It tickles me. But our guy Max, just a tough time getting up and down. 1 for 5 scrambling, including 1 for 4 out of the bunker. So Neil, we gotta get him that Shafua energy, maybe.
I'll say
struggling a little.
The only swing I saw on TV today, his approach is shot into 17, and the swing, it's starting to look back to similar to Ludvig. I like it. Max, his move has always been very simple to me, and when I watch both those guys, I'm almost like, why can't I do that? They just take it back and take it through on plane. It just looks really easy. And Max is getting back. It didn't look as easy last year. The swing is getting back to that effortless move, and he hit a great one into 17, pin high. Sorry, I think the eye test is telling me it's getting better.
One thing too on Max, there was a lot in the last year and a half, whatever it's been, a lot of rehearsals, a lot of clearly we're working through some stuff. He has been so quick on the trigger, very little rehearsal, and he's very much just playing golf when he's out there. And that was an encouraging thing to see it doesn't look like he's pounding in a swing feel of some kind or some kind of awkward rehearsal before he goes to hit. He's just kind of looking out at the shot, seeing it, and hitting it right now. So
how does Spieth, that just triggers my mind with Spieth. Do you notice Spieth, is he still doing a ton of weird
he's way less too.
stuff?
Now that you mention it, now that I haven't committed that to a thought, but now that you mention it, it seems to be a lot more simple. And even the not as much, granted it's not that warm out here, but not as much reaching for the towel and all the nervous energy getting out before a shot. It's a similar vibe going on with Jordan when he's standing over a golf ball.
Gentlemen, I don't want to necessarily interrupt you, nor is it commercial time yet, but there is somebody who decided to make an appearance. I don't know what he wants to say. I wish there was some ominous music that I could play, but it was somebody's big day out there. So let's bring TC.
I'm sure we won't be rehashing anything we've already discussed so far.
TC, how are you? Talk to us.
I was doing great until I was driving down A1A and I had to pull over, Neil. And because you were going down the leaderboard while at the same time you were shitting all over Tommy. And then Randy,
I said it was elegant. I wasn't shitting on him. I said it was an elegant.
Well, and then Randy took a gratuitous shot at him, lumping him in with.
It would be as huge
with some of the mules. Solly's talking about, or we got Neil talking about Jacob Bridgman being a dude. Neil, we're not there yet.
No. I said
he's rushing.
He's rushing the dude fraternity. He's trying to. He wants to be in.
And then we've got Randy, the Ludvig rally killer home run thing is absolutely.
Honestly, I thought that was a great take.
Randy, that was egregious. That was horrible. And then I don't think I can believe in Thor Bjornsson after what I heard from him at the first timers press conference. His favorite golf courses, just bad stuff there. So
what were they? For those that maybe haven't seen that, TC, do you remember them?
I think it was it was truly a murderer's row. It was Torrey Pines. I think he said Oakmont. I think he said Quail Hollow.
Torrey Pines. No. Torrey Pines, TPC Sawgrass, Bay Hill, and Baltusrol.
Baltusrol. Okay. Yeah, there were a few other bad answers in there, but no, I just couldn't. I was driving down the road and I just didn't feel like you were giving Ludvig his flowers properly, Randy.
Talked about him for 15 minutes earlier. TC.
No, it's fabulous.
No, I think we did, TC. You might just miss the first 10 minutes. But thank you. We appreciate this feedback. We take it seriously. And we
all right.
We'll
hey,
do better.
Are you going to Dairy Queen?
No. Hey, TC, a real man of faith would know or would believe and think we're going to do this on Sunday night. Instead of you needing to have a victory lap on Ludvig on Friday
TC.
night. Okay.
It is Friday.
It's Friday. It felt like Saturday out there. The crowds, it's starting to get firm again. It got harder as it went along today. I think we're in for a great weekend. I followed Ludvig for most of the day today, and yeah, it was really, really cool to watch him put together a round. A lot of Swedes out there too. So
a lot of Swedes.
What's Freddie doing? Is he in the car?
No. I dropped him off. I'm going to the Del Campo party at Hotel Palms.
TC's got a social calendar. Come on,
dude, I'm so tired, man. Just want to go to bed. But yeah, gonna pop in here and then yeah, I'm trying to get out there early tomorrow. So it was such a nice day.
Thank you for holding us accountable.
Get yourself a blizzard. You deserve it.
Get yourself something special, a little treat Friday night. Good stuff from your guy. I mean, Tommy was pretty uncompetitive, so I think that was fair, but sure, Ludvig deserves
I mean, he was more competitive than Scotty, that's for sure.
But hey, Neil,
you were going down the leaderboard and I appreciated it. And I just couldn't let you guys slip some anti-Tommy and anti-Ludvig stuff into the going down the leaderboard segment. So
we appreciate that. Thank you, TC.
Thank you, TC. Yes.
That's good. It seems like TC had a good day. Seems like the sun was out there.
It was a special day. It was truly one of the best days I've ever had at the Players in terms of just the vibe, the energy, the weather. Like it was, the town was absolutely stunning. I would say it was a good day, and you can make the day a good day with the all new High Noon Day Pack. This new variety 8-pack will be available year round to keep the sun shining and the good times rolling. Crafted with real vodka and real juice, the High Noon Day Pack brings together pear, cranberry, tangerine, and peach. It's the perfect combo of light, bright, delicious flavors for a blue sky day. I am going cranberry to start, and I got a pear one sitting right here because this was a 2-drink day. This was a 2-drink celebration day. You can go to highnoonspirits.com to find a pack near you. High Noon, sun's up, and the sun was absolutely up today.
Soly, I got something for. Well, I had a one-on-one today, just talking shop. Wonderful, checking in. It's great to catch up with the big man on some back office stuff. But I was like, man, I was down in Jackson. Yeah, it's been a tough winter up here. And then I turned the tournament. I was like, God, it looks gorgeous down there. Course just popping. Looked like an awesome day. My question for you: course conditions. It seemed like it played easier today. We expected it to, the wind to blow, and based on TC's forecast, I thought we were going to have, a little bit more carnage. What'd you feel like when you were out there? What do you got for me?
Yeah, it only played a little bit easier by the scoring average than yesterday, maybe about a full shot. It was 72.4 today, and it played to 73.1 yesterday. I don't know, this is maybe a dumb take. Like, it looked harder than I felt like it played. I mean, I'm looking at it, it's still shiny. The rain yesterday definitely hurt, but balls weren't like spinning super easy. It wasn't like it was a dart fest. It was just some really, really, really good golf. The thing with TPC Sawgrass, there are still like 5 birdie holes out there, the 4 par 5s and 12. 12 is actually playing just a little bit harder than we're used to seeing it play, but and it's actually playing closer. It's actually playing over par so far, but it's a par 72 with some good opportunities to score and a lot of wedges on other par 4s that aren't like drivable holes. So like, you're just not going to see, Randy, I know you want carnage. I know you want to see more plus numbers out there. That's just unlikely on this particular golf course. That doesn't mean there's not challenge out there and there's not bogeys to be had, but you're right. It didn't have we were super stoked about the test coming into it, the firmness of the greens, the thickness of the rough. And I still think like that has worked to the credit of the PGA Tour and the setup and the competitions team in terms of what they've been able to get out of this. The fact there's only 2 guys in double digits under par halfway point of a PGA Tour event with rain is a good thing. And we didn't have to go lift, clean in place. Like the course was in good enough shape that they did not have to play ball in hand. They never have to, but they did not elect to do that these last couple of days. It's just been some real golf and some good golf. I mean, yeah, there's only 9 guys 6 under or better after 36 holes. Like, Randy, that's pretty close, man. For PGA Tour golf, that's not the U.S. Open. I salute the test so far. I think, again, for March, it's just as good as we can realistically hope it to be, because it just isn't going to dry out in a humid place like this before it gets super warm while I got overseed.
Randy, where does this stack up on the proper test scale for you?
Well, listen,
proprietary model, of course.
Yeah, it's there are 80s out there, so I do appreciate it. It does hit the we can measure it on the index, so that's not nothing. I think, Soly, like, I don't get as mad about this not being a super, super hard test of golf, just because that's not necessarily my expectations. And I know that they're not necessarily going for that either. So it doesn't bug me. The one variable is always the wind. I just think it's more interesting viewing when guys have to deal with wind on top of everything else. So the more it blows, the happier I get. But yeah, I think it's good. I would expect the course to firm up, and I don't think we're going to get up to like 18 under, 20 under par. I'd be shocked, Soly. I don't know. Maybe you feel differently, but I think we're in a decent place.
Yeah, and it's probably a little windier out there than it looks on TV. I mean, it's not howling, but it's not no wind, and it's not just dome golf. That's for sure. I mean, there's been a little bit of conditions, and of course
you definitely saw that on specifically 13T when they're back in that corner. A lot of player caddy convos are right. That's coming out of the left, right? I know Scotty was asking Ted, like that wind's off the left. You can't feel it on the tee, but they're definitely concerned about it. That back left pin. Speaking of Scotty and Ted, Randy, let's go there next.
Before we move off, Scotty, can I give you just a few just like stats on the test and the course so far that I think speak to how well things have gone. And again, I want to celebrate this because I want this tournament to be like this going forward and not like the prior versions that we've seen. One, I think we all like to see accuracy favored more often, at the PGA Tour level. Again, I'm using my friends at Data Golf here. Their little meter of like favors bombers, favors accuracy is pointing definitively towards favoring accuracy, meaning it just matters to be in the fairway so far. It has got a very low variance of scores separated out by putting. It's only 26% of the variance is explained by putting so far. That's way below the PGA Tour average of 36%. So you're seeing more consequence in shots off the tee. That number's up from 15% to 22%, which is a massive leap compared to PGA Tour average. And approach play is obviously making up a big amount of that as well. The actual names of the leaderboard, I'm not going to bore you with the number part of that. Like the scale is tipping way towards the players with the most talent. Like this course is identifying top talent. It would be like one of the highest ratings that you would give for a tournament over the course of an entire year right now if the tournament ended right now in terms of the names at the top of the leaderboard. And lastly, there's a big standard deviation of scores so far, more than we typically see at TPC Sawgrass and way more than PGA Tour average. Like Sawgrass is already way above PGA Tour average, and this is even better than TPC Sawgrass's average. All that to say, man, they're doing about all they can with this golf course and test, and I just salute that. I want to celebrate it, and I want to continue because it's what is going to help elevate this championship, not to that M word, but to be the best possible tournament it can be. And I feel like they're on the right track.
Sure, I would agree with you on the leaderboard. Sure. No, I honestly, that was awesome. I feel that when I look at the leaderboard, except the two main horses have laid an egg, specifically the number one player in the world. Randy, we go to you now. Your favorite player, a guy you ride for, Scotty Sheffler.
Apologize.
Like, will you apologize? One, and two, diagnose it for us. What, like, I know you might have some off the record sourcing. Like, what's going on with Scott? What are you seeing?
Yeah, I don't think I'm as nervous as maybe you guys are or other people are. I think what was a little nerve-wracking last week was just how poorly he, his shots, his approach play really took a step back. But if you look at it this week, like his iron play is good. He's struggling off the tee, and the Golf Channel guys talked about it. He's got a right miss where I think he's used to a left miss. So it seems like he might be fighting the driver a little bit. Fine. That's, I trust my guy. We'll get that sorted out. He's just a little sloppy around the greens. I can think of 2-3 putts that hit lips today and missed. He had the short miss on, what was that, 16. Just, I think my guy's just out of sorts. And the reason I am not hitting like any type of panic button, I guess, is I feel like we were a little bit in this spot last year in 2025. You know, he had just come off a crazy run at the end of 24. Soly's shaking his head. Cody's shaking his head. But I'm saying
I don't care.
I'm saying it's a little lull. I mean, he's got to win this year. His results are fine. I think it's much ado about nothing. I think our guy's in a bit of a slump, and
Kept the
come
cut streak going,
Masters
Randy,
and the rest of the
spine.
year,
Didn't it totally eject?
Yeah, I'd say load up on Scotty right now. This is a buy opportunity. Buy.
Colin.
I try to do this before this tournament, Randy. I don't want to be on the wrong side of history here. It's obviously going to turn around quick. This is the first I've started to feel like a little bit, okay, this is a little different. I mean, his results during the ravioli period last year were better than what we have going right now. And Brandel pointed, I mean, I have no idea. I mean,
Brandel's segment was sick, breaking out his swing.
I
don't know if that's right.
When you say result, but what do you mean specifically by that, I guess?
Well, I mean, so around this time last year, he had T11 at Arnold Palmer, T20 at the Players last year. And like the ball striking has taken a dip since in so far this year. Like he's putting up approach play numbers that we're not used to him seeing. Like he was hitting the ball better during this period last year, and
during the ravioli period. Randy.
Ravioli period, correct?
I mean, we're talking about the ravioli period.
Well, okay. I will say this week is on pace to be his best ball striking week. So the worm might be turning, and he's also got 3 top 5s this year, including a win. He did not have that last year. During the
what did he on pace to be his best ball striking week? I got him 53rd in strokes gained tee to green. I didn't. That includes around the green. Oh, he's losing around the green. Yeah, where are you getting that?
He's losing around the green. I'm talking approach green.
Okay, he's 17th
on the PGA Tour website. He's 15th this week, approaching the green. Or excuse me, he was 15th today, 17th overall.
We have competing large models here.
It's better, but you know, I guess and I have no idea whether or not to trust Brandel with Scotty's specific swing, but him saying that it looks a foot and a half shorter and across the line like that,
and the face
looks
is
right
open.
to me. Now that he points that out, it looks right to me. But I could also easily see Scotty eviscerating Brandel on swing stuff. But it at least is like the first answer I've seen as to what is going wrong, you know, and but then I don't know. Then you watch him come down the stretch, just absolutely stuff one there, stuff a couple there on the finish, and you're like, he can't be that far off, can he? So I think you should apologize
this year. Win T3, T4, T12, T24, and we're sitting here talking about how it's awful.
It's
I'm not buying
it's all
the narrative.
over.
Yeah, I'm just not buying it. Cody, I saw you shaking your head, so jump in here.
Well, yeah, it's definitely not over, but he does. I don't want to use like the driver Y word, but he clearly, at least for the last 2 weeks, it's been primarily off the tee where he's so far. The reason why he had a left miss the last 2 years is because he was so proud that he completely eradicated the right-hand side of the golf course. Now he's just so far right. It's crazy. Brandel, you guys mentioned it. One of my favorite follows on Instagram is Chandler Rusk. He runs the account CMR Golf Team. He also has featured Soly's swing on there
lit
before.
me up last year.
For sure.
See the guy that's always talking about people being stuck?
Yes, but you learn from it. So he is all over this stuff all the time. And he's like, maybe from that clip that Brandel looked at from the range last night, but what he boiled it down to is like, Scotty's way too way too across. He gets stuck. He's underneath and then tries to flip it and save it at the bottom, and everything's just going dead right. And he's like, he has this weird natural combination where the footwork and everything, when it's perfectly aligned, it's there. He's just so far under right now, he can't get out of him. So no matter how much time he spends out on the range working on that grip, Soly, and trying to master it, he just can't figure it out. But we'll see, because I still have tons of faith in him. He is that good of a golfer, and it has to be incredibly frustrating. That's why I think last week and on yesterday's shows, TC, rightfully so, gets very agitated by Scotty's reactions and how upset he is. But when you're so used to dominating shots off the tee box, and then everything else just gets ratcheted up.
Yeah.
So your approach gate gets ratcheted up, and then all of a sudden, when you get to those short putts, now all of a sudden, instead of birdies, it's like he has the weight of the world just trying to save everything. It has to be a horrible spot.
I thought he's done a good job the last 2 days of not being bitchy.
So he's spending all his time looking for the golf ball. He can't really be bitchy.
Sure.
Can I ask Cody and Soly? I'm going to take all the swing stuff. I accept that, right? Like I don't know
anything
enough about.
Yeah, I don't either. I don't know anything. I don't know anything. I don't.
Do you trust Scotty that he knows if there is an issue? I guess I trust him. Like if Instagram people are seeing this, I trust him and his team probably have a good idea of maybe what the problems are. And I guess I also trust him to be able to fix it in a shorter amount of time. It might take a few more weeks, whatever that amount of time is. I don't think this is something that's going to linger into this summer and certainly not through the year. I could be wrong, but I guess I'm like, I trust them to figure it out sooner than later.
I mean, I picked him to win this week because I thought that exact thing would happen, Randy. Of like, I don't think you can keep this guy down for long. If I was to like really, really, really stretch to come up with probably what's a pretty bad take about the situation, I would say one of the things that's always impressed me the most about Scotty is like we don't hear about his swing ever. Like we don't hear what he's working on. We don't hear what goes wrong. We don't, see him laboring about the swing. And that's always been like one of that's what I'm like, oh, that's probably why you're so good at golf. You have the opposite approach to Jordan Spieth of like really breaking things down and just react athletically to things. If I was to stretch to find a flaw in that, it would be like, hey, when it does go wrong, when it's going wrong, do you know what buttons to press to get it back on track? Like, yeah, he's got Brady Smith is his lifelong coach, is like an excellent coach. And I think the answer to that is almost certainly yes, but maybe it is a little bit challenging. He's freed up by not being technical so much of his, career that when it's time to get technical, is it an easy flip of the switch? Is it just a question I have?
That's interesting. Yeah. That's
Randy, I'm falling on your side with and based on evidence from like Pebble, where it's like has a really bad Thursday, Friday, like start to the tournament. And then God, he was just flashing Sunday at Pebble, just like kind of got it right back in, was going after every flag, like just played awesome and charged up the leaderboard, was too far back. Had a couple of tough bounces on the back nine at Pebble, but it's not like he's played his way out of events, missed cuts, things like that. So, but yes, off the tee, he looks like he's struggling. Cody, to your point, whenever these Instagram guys talk about being stuck is such a broad term. I'm like, can we get more specific than stuck? I don't know what stuck means.
You got to join the
Patreon. Mean a lot of things.
Yeah.
Like it's just like stuck is just the description for like, yeah, it's a bad swing. Okay, great.
From the guy that has the muchacho ball.
For sure. That's more descriptive. The muchacho ball is throwing the hips. You know what I'm saying? Like that, the chloroform ball is left. Like it's stuck could be anything. Could be all of those things.
Yeah. I mean, it's got to be, I don't know. It's probably more than, I know they were really, really honing in on the grip rain there afterwards. It's got to be more. I would think it's more than that, but maybe it's not. But one thing I do know, especially when it comes to grips, though, is for more than 75 years, Golf Pride has been trusted by golfers at every level to deliver grips that perform when it matters most, from tee to green. It's all about confidence in your hands. Most golfers spend plenty of time thinking about putters, maybe not enough time thinking about the grip. That's where Golf Pride's all-new Zero Taper putter grip comes in. I believe we have a new Zero Taper user amongst us.
Yes. Randy, I regripped my putter last week. I personally went down in the basement into Daddy's workshop, and I lined that sucker up, and I feel really good about it. And I got the Zero Taper on there, and I'm fired up. And I did some testing. I regripped a few older wedges I've never done it before.
That's smart. That's a good thought.
And then I was like, I'm gonna do the big one. I'm gonna do the putter, and so I got the Zero Taper on. I really like it. I had my Scotty grip was wearing out, and I like the way this one feels. Little thicker. I think it's going to bode well for me this season. So
It's the taper, zero taper. It joins the popular reverse taper collection. It's built with a parallel shape that gives you the same feel in both hands, helping promote consistent grip pressure and more repeatable strokes on the greens. It doesn't try to change how you putt. It simply helps you do it more consistently. It's available in medium and large and multiple colors, so there's an option for everyone. As it's scrolling across the bottom of the screen right now, listeners of the pod get 20% off a full set of up to 13 swing grips and one putter grip at golfpride.com. with code NLU20 at checkout. That's a new code for 2026. NLU20 at checkout at golfpride.com. You got a 25% off code in your member profile. That's nolayingup.com/profile. And join the nest. And that'll help you get discounts like that for a lot of our sponsors. So Zero Taper is available now wherever golf grips are sold. Golf Pride, the #1 grip in golf.
All right, Randy, good stuff on Scotty. Soly, we're going to you. Sahith, 2 over today, 74. Had a long conversation about Sahith last night. Just what did you see any of it out there? Like where are we at?
So I walked around a lot with my wife today, and we were following that group for just a couple of holes, and by the time we were at 16, she goes, "Man, Sahith really does hit it everywhere, doesn't he?" And because we were up, he hit it off the 10th left of 16, and it came down the cart path right near us. But it was funny because we were up ahead and we couldn't tell who hit it, and it's both Jordan and Sahith in the group, and I was like, I know it wasn't Ricky. I just don't know which one of the two is the one that hit it over here. But listen, I'm a massive Sahith fan and believer. But look, it's one of those things where why did I want to get a lot of chatter in about Sahith last night? Because I didn't know where he'd be after 2 rounds.
We didn't know. I didn't know if we'd talk about it tonight. I had to. I was required to.
I didn't know if we'd get there. I think you challenged me whether or not he would be top 10 in strokes gained approach at the end of the week. He fell from like second or first, I forget what he was, to 19th now. I'm less confident he will be in the top 10, but that's the beautiful thing about our beautiful boy. You never know what you're going to get out of him. So a little less of a pressure spot going into the weekend now that he's only 3 under par and a tie for 23rd. But top 10 is not out of the question for him this week. But yeah, it's not looking like his week to win the Players, unfortunately.
So when you were doing that read, and I got to look Sahith, but I was looking at the top 10 odds, and Scotty has a little bit better odds than Spieth, and I'm guessing he would have a little bit better odds than Sahith too. Scotty's plus 450, Spieth is plus 490, and Sahith's plus 550.
Scotty's plus 450 to win the tournament?
No, the top 10.
Oh, I was like, Jesus, dude.
That would be something. Yeah, that would be something.
Like, whoa, that's incredible.
Which is just funny to me.
Yeah, even plus 450 to top 10 from way back in the peloton is impressive stuff. Good Lord. Hey, you know what, we kind of skipped over Cam Young, which I think kind of sums up a little bit of like I think he's in the Treadstone program, just kind of quiet assassin, but he's playing really, really good golf. He went out this morning and just handled his business. I picked him to win this week. Cody, come on in here. I know it's going to be a stressful, anxious week for you. I know you ride for Cam, so I'm looking forward to having an anxious weekend with you, brother.
Thanks. Welcome to the party. There's not a lot of rah-rah that goes on. We just kind of keep it mellow.
Just like him.
We don't try to rock the boat, okay? But awesome round of golf. I mean, 567. The only bogey that he had was on 9. I like it. I think there's a lot of good things going on right now. He's been playing very well so far this year. Just hasn't really, had any peaks, but that's just kind of how Cam is. But you need to buckle in, Neil, because it's going to be a long next 2 days.
Well, what I would say is he had that really awesome rookie year, and it's starting to feel like he's getting back to that where you're like, whoa, man, this guy just strikes the shit out of it. Hitting it close all the time. It's like the rookie year, but with better putting, because I don't
way better putting.
Yeah, I don't feel as stressed out when I'm watching him putt as I used to. The big homie's improved, and he's not the most exciting guy out there, but I root for him. I really do. I find him to be like kind of weirdly magnetic to watch for such a quiet guy that just goes about his business.
I'd say not exciting personality-wise demeanor on the golf course, but exciting as fuck to watch play golf. I mean, he
hits the shit out of it. Yeah.
It's shit about it, and it's dramatic. Like there's just a lot going on when he gets going, and he fills it up in a hurry. And I think there is some, I don't know, a little bit of a buzz in the golf world when Cam Young is doing things.
The drive on 18 today would be a good example of that. So I had a great round going. It just he probably cleared the water on 18 right on the corner by what, 2 yards, Cody? I feel like we were both in Slack, like, whoa, Cam,
so unnecessary. So not unnecessary. A line that you needed to take, but sure, like why not? Let's just send it, buddy. The hard thing about being part of the Cam Young fan club is that usually we don't get a lot of TV time. So we spend the most amount of time complaining to the broadcast, like, where's Cam at, man? We made like 5 birdies and none of you show him. I think we're going to get a lot of TV time this weekend. So we'll see if we have more, supporters coming out of this or not. But it is electric, Soly. It's not just the power. He's one of the few guys that like shaping it and will go after pins, whether they're on the, left or right. He loves moving the ball and can just absolutely hoist it up there.
We do have pairings tomorrow as well. Ludvig and Xander are going to be the last group at 235. Cam and Corey Connors are going to be at 225. JT Sepp Straka, little Ryder Cup rematch from 2023 at 215. Lee Hodges, Jacob Bridgman at 205. Mav McNeely, Austin Smotherman, 155. Thor Bjornsson, Fleetwood, 140. Harmon Hovland, Henley and Fitzpatrick. We Chad Ramey and Sahith. I was hoping Jordan and Sahith would get back out together, but I don't think they're allowed to do that for 3 days in a row. It might spontaneously combust.
That would be bad.
Akshay Brooks, 11:45. That's a good one. Sam Burns, Chris Goddard at 10:40. That's an early one. Who's Scotty got? He's got Siwoo Kim tomorrow. Some Dallas.
Comfy.
Yeah.
Dallas match there. Seamus Power will be on his own at 8:15. So you can probably be at Sundelly by about 11, probably, if you really wanted to.
It's a nice day.
Soly, take me out to the course today. What'd you see? Just to set this up, Soly out with Hannah and kind of having a personal day, not inside the ropes, just a true fan experience. Where we start, where we finish.
Spoiled. I've learned the routes around TPC Sawgrass with the, hugging that rope line on the inside and being able to cut around. You realize how often you get stopped. On a busy day like today. I mean, again, it was like they sold out tickets today. This was I got some review notes from Hannah as well. This was her 27th Players Championship that she'd been to.
Wow.
Whoa.
Said she'd never seen it like today in terms of crowd, and I had not either in terms of just general buzz on the ground. It's not a rowdy crowd. Like I only saw one group of college kids that was like clearly like close to blackout drunk. Not a lot of people just getting sloshed out there, but just the whole town was out having a good time.
I mean, under new management, are they flying a plane around the top that says under new management? Because it sounds like it, man.
New vibes down here, man. New vibes down here. So it was tough sledding. The cell phone service was not great. It was tough to get a connection out there. It was very fun social time, but I can't turn the golf tournament tracking part of my brain off. So I was dying, not being able to, check scores or watch any of what was going on around the rest of the course. You just see like a little bit here and a little bit there. And like golf tournaments are not meant to be attended, so you can closely track everything that is going on. And that was a refresher.
Well, where'd you hang out? What was the post up spot?
Yeah, we caught. I like catching guys when they come off 15 and watch them play 16, 17, 18 because there's always good viewing around all of those spots. So we watched, Jordan and Sahith and their group go through that part, but. Then you get stuck talking to somebody. Then all of a sudden, then you're looking for food. And then we caught ourselves on the front nine. I asked Hannah to just come up with as many review notes for the day as she possibly could. And she has some takes, if you'll allow me to read those.
Oh my God.
Love
better takes than I do. Okay.
Should have led with these.
She said people have stepped up their fashion from any previous year. It's Masters light out there in terms of course, she's checking out what the ladies are wearing, rompers, dresses, things like that.
For sure.
Said it was Masters light and impressive for Jacksonville. We're not the most fashion forward place in the country down here.
So people were being thoughtful about their fit in the gallery.
That was what she had to say. Yes. Again, Sahith all over the place, almost hit us on 16, in the rough again on 2, just doesn't want to play boring golf. She said no cell service, but she did want to clarify she has Verizon, not AT&T, and was not able to access the Tour app regularly. She hesitated to do this one, but 6 and 7 are some of her favorite holes. Feels remote, quiet, most of the walk in the shade, the palm trees and the oak trees, and the mix of all those together. You can kind of hear 17.
6.
And the buzz in the distance. It is one of the best spots. Max Homa, she said, has the best golf bag design on tour. The Cobra bags this week do have a cool like Cobra juice, like orange juice, Florida vibe to it. We don't really have oranges up here, but
sure,
that's kind of the vibe.
But Florida does. I see what we're doing.
This one, we had the weirdest fan interaction that we've ever encountered together, which was we're watching Max, and Max, we're on the 5th green. Max rolls in like a long birdie putt on 5, and we're hooting and hollering, we're clapping, and somebody comes up and like has their phone out, and there's like a teenage girls in front of us, and he's like got his phone like angled down at the ground, almost like he's. And it was just kind of a weird moment. Like, what are you doing? Like, we're all clapping right after this birdie. What's going on here? And I was like, is he taking a picture like these girls' feet right in front of us? Come find he's taking like an upward facing selfie of me, her, and him without like saying hello or like asking for a picture. And like, took it and just goes thanks and walked off. And that was a never.
I hate to feel like a piece of meat
in a home game. That happens in England. They are so aggressive with the selfies.
They'll at least usually ask, though.
Yeah,
to their credit.
It was
not so much in the United States of America.
As uncomfortable, Soly, as I'm sure that made you feel, that's how every single selfie Randy takes is, because he's so taller. That's he's so much bigger than everybody else. So everything is just that weird up nostril shot for him.
So did he sneak the camera around the side of you? Like how did this work?
And then it's right in front of me. But again, we're in the middle of applauding. Like he just made this birdie, and like
wanted an action
I'm just like
shot.
noticing, why is this guy like taking a picture of this girl's feet? Like this is super weird. And like then I realized he's taking a selfie of us with her included in it. It was not great. So appreciate.
And then he just scampered
away.
You're
probably a listener, but yeah, he scampered away. Didn't even say anything. Okay, please don't do that.
Love to take pictures. You just got to be kind of.
Listen, and Randy, I'm a big name in town guy. We got to have a conversation.
A little bit about yourself.
Yeah, come on. We can't just dine and dash for the selfie. What are we doing here?
Oh.
On the opposite end of the spectrum, we did have several people come say hello. Even a couple Nest members out there that had that were traveling with Neil inside the on the grounds there with their Nest member gifts this year, which was of course the fanny pack.
They got it on.
Yeah, we got a couple people to post for photos. They wanted to be on the show tonight, and we have a couple of those gentlemen here as well. So
we rocked them, Randy.
Say hello. So
I mean, that's how functional is that gift, huh? Keep your valuables tight, keep them close by.
For a golf tournament.
That's good stuff, man. That warms my heart. I love it.
Lastly, yes, thought maybe too many tickets sold for Friday. Too crowded. Couldn't see a lot of golf in the afternoon, and we got a little claustrophobic in there. And we're like, dude, should we just go home and watch on TV? Yeah, I think we should. As fun as it was hard to catch a lot of golf today. But that's
where choke points? Like anything on the tee, like 16T, 18T, probably can't see anything. I'm guessing you can see
a good. Those are good. Those are good like mounds and stuff. Around the greens were just tough to see anything. Going in. And even 17 was just. It's great. It's a buzz. It's awesome. But like it's just hard to move around. Moving around traffic was tough. But it's also great to see this event thriving. And I'm also just maybe old now and didn't want to fight crowds as much as I would have in my 20s.
No, it's tough.
Good for you, Soly, being out with the people, really roughing it, outside the ropes.
Sorry,
I'm sure you're going to get a ton of sympathy in the comments section on viewing lines and things like that.
Y'all don't realize how hard we work inside the ropes to hustle to see as much golf as we
to
possibly
stay
can.
Down. I'm quick to hit a knee anytime I'm in the ropes. It's like I'm trying to get as low as possible. Do not want to wreck anyone's view. That's well said. They're solid. Yeah, I know. Now this is from Thursday. Solly, we got a picture up here on screen. Solly not following the arm's length on
I'm
the rope.
100% following within arms. I'm trying not to be standing right in front of somebody that's also on the
Marshall
on the
behind
rope
you
line.
looks flabbergasted. He's got his bucket hat off. He doesn't know what to do with you.
It looks like you're in there giving advice.
They wouldn't listen to me the whole round, Randy. I'm trying to point them around the golf course. They're the ones over by the rope line here. I am not at fault here. They should be in the fairway, okay?
Good point.
Randy, looks like I saw a meme floating around of Vivek out in the Kings with the hands on the hips meme. So he's got a little bit of that stance going on here.
Yeah.
Just not happy with the situation.
Yeah, my guy Vivek does not have much to be happy about. But he
Randy,
could probably blame his own daughter for that. Yeah.
I mean, okay, if you don't have any thrills and delights today, anything you saw on TV that just tickled you?
The Comcast business graphic looks like a 6-year-old did it.
On the grass.
On the tee boxes. That delighted me just because like how unserious it looked. That was one. I gotta say too, this was my first time really watching a golf tournament, and I watched a lot of today. With
ever? Is this your first time?
No. Well, ever with a little baby on my chest for most of the day. So what a great way to watch a golf tournament. She was fast asleep.
You are now the target market, officially the target market. You might take a quick cat nap, wake up to an Optum commercial. Who knows?
I got a quick little delight. There was one point, I forget what hole it was exactly. JT was down by the water, and I forget what comment they're like, oh, did he slip? Oh, and there was like a bit, like a split second of like, is he gonna fall in? I thought I might,
which would save the Foxy pick and the Colin pick. I mean, you would be.
It would have totally redeemed it.
You're a total legend, Randy.
Yeah. But yeah, I think honestly, Neil, to your point, a lot of the thrills and delights are when like I'm not really paying attention to the golf for whatever reason, and I felt like the golf today was just like it was really good. So I'm sorry to disappoint, but I just didn't have a ton in my notebook, unfortunately.
No, it's like the golf was like good golf is boring, and it's like okay, well I got it. Yeah, I mean Ludvig just balled out. Like I don't, right. I feel I don't know, uncertified to talk about it sometimes. Where I'm like, yeah, man, guy just balled out. Like it's like nothing really happened.
I don't know
he
how
made
else
it look
to say
easy.
It.
Yeah,
there was something to say though about this tournament that I was there having a great time, enjoying being outside, and I was like, still had FOMO about watching it on TV because like one of the better television products that NBC Golf Channel puts forth for a tournament in terms of commercial interruptions and the team and everything, and like. I just like watching the action from all over this course. And when you're only in one place, you can't watch it all. Is like it's not a feeling you have year round. Not a feeling I have it for Bay Hill. Let me just put it that way.
Yeah.
I got a couple things to tackle if you don't mind, Cody. Unless you have something pressing here.
Yeah, just gonna say guys who did not ball out. Quite a few.
Yeah, missed the cut. I have a few notes there too.
All right, go ahead, Neil. No, you got it.
I had notable ejections. I think we do need to call it Tom Hogecoin, the 9 he had on 7 that included a snap hook, a top, and a shank. That's a bingo there. I love Hoagie. So tough scene for him, but he will not be playing the weekend. Got to shout out Grazerman. Max, he had the lead on the front 9 Thursday. He got it to 5 under. He finished, I believe he finished +9, or he was, I don't know if he was done when I checked this, but ended up losing 4 strokes to the field. That's just a tough Vajagas there, Solly. Yeah. Not a full Camilo, but I mean, to have the lead on the front 9, kind of cruising and then just eject like that is tough. Looks like Keegan, poor play. I believe he had a 9 today, blaming Still gutted from the Ryder Cup.
No, Keegan had a great day. He made the cut.
Yeah.
Keegan,
did he?
Keegan shot 66 today to make the cut. He's sitting 235. He did have some comments.
Just reading the teleprompter. I'm sorry about that.
About still being heartbroken from the Ryder Cup, and almost as if that was the cause of his poor play recently. And Yeah, that's special. If you ask me, in terms of
Oh, Soly, say what you really want to say here. Come on, because I think it's a good point.
Yeah, your horrible captaincy cost the Team US the Ryder Cup. Like, you didn't do like the most basic stuff that is required of a captain, and like now you didn't have to play the flirting game as to whether or not you're going to be on the team the whole time. Should have been focused on the course setup, getting to know your players, figuring out what the pairings were going to be, matching personalities, figuring out a way to communicate how the stats plan would work, and what players would be playing together, and why they would be playing together, and inspiring the team, and doing all the things that are required of a captain to win on home soil, which is not that difficult, honestly, to do anymore. You didn't do any of that. Now you're saying that, playing the card of I'm heartbroken for this and it's caused my bad play. Don't have time for it. Don't have time. Do not have
Take
time.
Take it away, Randy. Get it out of here. Take me off your list.
I love that.
Unsubscribe me from your newsletter, please.
Just to say a few things there, Soly. Thank you very much for that rundown. I will say other notables missed the cut. Lucas Glover went 70-77, not good today. Jake Knapp, been very hot to start this year, 75-72. Same thing with Harry Hall, 76-72. Gary Woodland, awesome write-ups on him earlier in the week about his struggle with PTSD. I know that doesn't it's an uncomfortable topic,
Oh
and
my
somebody
God, that was uncomfortable.
I'll say this, and the reason why I wanted to bring it up here, and we might talk a little bit more about it on Sunday, as somebody who also struggles with PTSD, it's very difficult. And I understand when you go down that route, other people don't really know how to approach you about it. So I appreciate Gary being as open and honest and vulnerable as he has been. And it's awesome to hear the tour support that he's getting to make his life a little bit easier as he goes through this journey. Lowry, 76-73, still struggling from that epic collapse, I would say, a couple weeks ago. And then Joel Damon, 77-73. I thought maybe a little spark there with, the team back together, the boys vibing in Ponte Vedra, but just didn't really have it.
One other I'd call out is Harry. No, we've talked about Harry Hall. Benjamin E. Booms, 70-78, an ejection today. That's tough for Benjamin E. And then
guy HE is not flushing it at the moment.
Yeah, 18th hole today. His 9th hole of the day. It didn't go so well. I believe he made an 8 there. So that's tough. And then TC's guy Davis Riley not trending.
TC's been all over Davis Riley saying he's about
84-79.
Yeah.
So hate to see that.
I mean, there's not many big names that are not around for this weekend, though. I mean, obviously Morikawa with the injury, but I mean, I'm trying to find the top rated guy on the Data Golf list that did not make the cut this week, and it's Jake Knapp, I think, at 15. Ludvig's around. Bob McIntyre's around. Fitzpatrick. Hideki make the cut. Sibu Kim, Cameron Young, Xander Schauffele, Tommy Fleetwood, Russell Henley, Rory McIlroy, John Rahm's not there, obviously, and Scotty Sheffler, all around for the weekend. It's pretty impressive.
If I will, only because it was like this weird mini ejection mid-round, but he ended up making 3 birdies in his last 4 holes was Koepka. We didn't really talk about, but he had 6-7 birdies today, and then a couple of bad doubles and another bogey for he shot 70. But man, he had some stretches there where I was like, okay, Brooks, like, it's nice to have you back. Like
13-14, double animal style. Otherwise, looking pretty good.
Got wet on 13 and then terrible 3-putt on 14. But yeah, I'll be interested what he does this weekend. Showing some signs.
Who did I say he was playing with tomorrow? I'll figure this out. Because I might.
I mean, the big news feels like switch to the mallet putter. They're talking about it on the broadcast, and he does seem to be rolling the potato a little bit better than he was on the West Coast. Admittedly, for him, he was like, I hate POA, so he's back in Florida, a little more comfy. Randy.
Yeah, well, it's good to be comfy.
He's not playing great golf, but he's playing good enough for it to be interesting. Brooks is very uninteresting when he's playing poorly, and it's not very fun to follow. And
Soly, we're at Luddy's at 12 under. Solo lead
what's
by 2.
The lead gonna be tomorrow?
Exactly.
Give me 16. No, give me 14. No,
15. I think he shoots 300 tomorrow. Yeah.
Okay.
Give me 15.
Was that an auction? What were you doing?
I don't know. I was thinking it through. I was going live. Just welcome to the fun house, everyone.
So you think Ludwig's going to be the leader?
Ludvig at 15 for Neil.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm going with Soly. I like 15, right in the middle.
Soly's right there with him?
Yeah.
Okay, Randy?
I kind of like 13, 14. I don't necessarily think Luddy's going to be the leader. I'm going to stick by my rally killing 63 today. I could see Xander, Cam, or even JT. Big. Yeah.
Have a week.
Yeah, but 15 still, like 6 under is not, something like there's going to be 6 unders tomorrow. For someone like Cam, he could go shoot 6 under. 15 feels like the number for me.
A lot of golf left. As we move towards wrapping, I want to give a shout out. Have you guys been watching much live from? I caught Brandel and McGinley going at it last night. Just an all-time bit. If you haven't recorded or whatnot, if you could find it, of just they started getting in a distance debate, and it was so. Brandel has a line in there where he, Paul, you say there's no Corey Pavins out here right now, but I'd venture to say Scotty Sheffler is Corey Pavin of this era.
Works it both ways. Better than Pavin ever did.
Huh?
And McGinley's like, yeah, he hits it 320 yards.
McGinley goes, he hits it 300 yards, Brandel. Like, it made no sense. And they just traded jarbs back and forth. Barbs back and forth. What is it?
Jarbs?
Yeah. Jarbs. Yeah. Okay.
Barb.
Traded jarbs.
They traded jarbs.
Jab or barbs. Yeah.
Jabs or barbs, either one. Combined into jarbs. They were going back and forth. That it just, Brandel non sequitur after non sequitur. It was not meant for a live from when they're up against a break, and it's just good TV. I wish I was watching.
Listen, no one loves Brandel and his whole routine. Sometimes I think he's just doing it because he's bored, but sometimes I feel like he's disrespectful to McGinley sometimes.
Oh, for sure.
You know what I'm saying? I'm just like, come on, man. Like, don't do that. And McGinley, sometimes he stands up for himself. Sometimes he doesn't. I don't know. Sometimes it just pisses me off.
But it's good TV. No matter what, it's always good TV. So
have you guys caught any of Smiley's new live from segments?
I haven't.
I have not. No.
Is he standing in for Johnson Wagner?
Yeah, it's very much. I really like Smiley. I think he's going to be great on live from. I just wish that they found maybe something original for Smiley to do, because Johnson's bit was very Johnson.
Yeah, we probably should have retired that one.
Do an imitation of somebody that was very good.
Yeah. That's without having seen it, I could see exactly what you're talking about.
I know this was mentioned in our internal Slack, and I felt the same way. But it's speaking of Smiley, and I like Smiley too. Like, nothing against him personally, but like, if we're gonna treat the players if we want it to be a major, we can't come with the 5 o'clock happy hour on the tee
with Barstool Kids.
Yeah, like
the happy hour has to have a player that's been in the field or is the top of the leaderboard or is a big name. Otherwise it's just two other commentators.
Yeah, it just felt like it was heating up. The action was good, and it was like, wait a second, why are we going over here? Like, what are we doing?
That can be a good change of environment at the Cognizant, and it's not the same at the players unless you have like. Give me somebody that had a great morning round out there that, was there for 20 minutes talking golf and calling the shots. That's different than those two just kind of chucking it up there. So I agree there.
Furyk, again, I said this last night, awesome addition. Today, I think he sounded a lot more confident in his calls, was mixing it up way more, but I hope it can not only continues this weekend and I hope there's a future because he's so good at it.
I think there is. I think there's an opening there for sure. And I think you struggle to find somebody with the pedigree that he has and the relationships with all the players from a lot of Ryder Cups and captaining a lot of these players and just the knowledge of golf and the ability to communicate that. Like, sign me up.
Did I hear though, like on the happy hour, like Kiz is going to be up in the booth? Are we going to have 5 guys up there?
I think they just keep going 6 or 7, maybe.
See how many we can stuff.
Like we're
there.
gonna have Furyk and Kiz up there now, and then Hicks is gonna get back in the. I mean, it's just like it's a new voice. Like every hour, it feels like they're just like they're running like hockey.
There's a lot of people.
I'm like Steve Sands. All right, great. I don't have any. I like Steve Sands, but I'm like, what? Wait. Where'd Terry Gannon go? Like it's just like whoa, where everybody's so many guys.
The difference, Soly, I think there's just still so much confusion because we're so used to Golf Channel, NBC crossover because they were the exact same. I think the separation now, I think Kiz is like just an NBC body. Like, so he's only going to be weekend. Terry bounces back and forth. Some of them do, but like, I don't think we're going to see like Sands and Noda are kind of gone. I don't think we're going to see them the rest of the weekend.
Because they're with Versant.
Well, will we see them on Golf Channel?
Golf Channel, meaning, they're not going to like be on NBC.
Spun off into Versant. My hitters that I sold the block party.
Is it Versant or Versant?
It's Versant. But I call it Versant.
No, it's Versant.
No, sorry, I've missed some stuff.
God, he's feeling himself too.
It could be. I mean, it could be Versant. Versant.
The T is silent. It's actually French.
Hey, did you see? Speaking of pronunciation, did you see the ETN's press conference with the Saints? Apparently, I mean, his name's supposed to be pronounced Achan.
Achan, yeah.
So listen, I mean, it seems like pronunciation is in the eye of the beholder at this point. Like, you tell me how you get Achan out of that. But if he says he wants it to be Achan, then I can call it Versant. How about that?
How about day-to-day Neil pronunciations are pretty far down on my list of things.
Thank you. You know what? The pronunciation police can shove it. Yeah. As far as I'm concerned, except it is O's. It's not Oz. Like, get that shit straight.
Don't forget that. That's read into the record, Neil. Guys, I don't know how we stretched the show to an hour 30, but we are.
But we did it.
We keep adding people, man. We keep the people keep getting. We got to 20. I'm going to do this every night this week. We got 2,500 people here. Throw a subscribe on there. Throw a like on the video. We greatly appreciate everyone that participates during these live show weeks. They're a grind for us, but there's a lot of energy that comes from everyone that tunes in live and provides a lot of great comments in the chat that just keep us laughing the entire time. So thanks to our friends at Titleist, High Noon, and Golf Pride. Cody running the 1s and 2s. The Strap Boys for spending a Friday night with us. We'll be back after round 3 live right here on the No Laying Up podcast YouTube channel, as well as on the Everything app and live on Sunday as well. Thanks for tuning in. See you tomorrow.
Cheers.